Hello, I'm Derwyn Hammond. I'm the sales agronomist for southwestern Manitoba, and I'm at a plot of our new 100 series P1541SL here near Reston, Manitoba. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a few tips for early season scouting as the crop is emerging. One of the key things to look for early in the season is your plant population and what's been established. Here, we're at a stage that's a little bit early for doing decisive plant counts. Ideally, we'd like to see the crop beyond this cotyledon stage and up to more of that two-leaf stage, so that we're confident that all of the plants have emerged. But we can still see some interesting things at this early stage. The plant count here is already over 70 plants in this meter square. If you divide that by 10, you get a rough estimation of plants per square foot. So we're in that 7 to 8 range, which is right where we want to be. As the crop continues to grow, some other things we'll be watching for are any shot holes developing on the leaves from feeding of insects like flea beetles, and any plants within the row that are starting to wilt and die down, especially if you're seeing odd plants within the row starting to do that and surrounding plants are nice and healthy. Dig up those plants and have a look for the root health. It could be a seedling disease or cutworm injury. Cutworms cutting off that stem below the soil surface can also cause plants to wilt as the crop continues to develop. And so there are opportunities to intervene if it's an insect issue and prevent any further damage. So it's important to be scouting your field right throughout that vulnerable stage, from emergence through to that 4 or 5 leaf stage, when it really starts to cabbage out and cover the ground. That's when the crop is most vulnerable to early season insect pests and also to weed competition. One of the things I often look for when I see plants that are later emerging is I dig up those plants and look at the length of that white hypocotyl from the seed to where it changes color to either green or purple where it's exposed to the light. That gives us a really good picture of the depths from which that seed has emerged. And in this case, you can see we're coming from probably a good 1.25 inches down in the soil profile. I dug up some plants here earlier that are a little better established, and they're more in that 1/2 to 3/4 inch depth. We've had some nice rains here, and so those shallower seeded plants have emerged more quickly and are getting better established. And so one of the things to look for is whether there is any pattern in terms of the rows. Are some rows seeded deeper, seeded shallower? That can be a sign that maybe there's some wear and some linkages on the equipment. It could be that you're traveling too fast and throwing dirt into those front rows with the rear gangs on your planting equipment. All of those things can lead to some variability in terms of the depth of that seed position in the soil profile.